Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Q&A type of video about long distance. So just quick little things that I want to say. The lighting is going to change because it's getting super late and the sun is about to set. And yeah, so if the lighting changes or if the lighting is super bad, I'm so sorry. But I really wanted to film this just because tomorrow is, well, starting tomorrow is just going to be school and work. So I'm really not going to have time to do this. So hopefully I can upload this today. And so really quick, I have my laptop here. I was some people asked me questions, so I was gonna go ahead and answer those, but then I also added like topics or like subjects to it. You can't really see, but let me show you. So I have topics right there, and then I have all the questions down here. So what I'm gonna do is, I think, a two-part video. So this one is gonna be answering the questions, and then the next will be topics, like specific sections that I want to focus on, and then just tips and tricks. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started because I know this video is gonna be so long. I'm so sorry. Okay, so first of all, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Alejandra. Nice to meet you. Hopefully you guys subscribe. And this is a really different video. I've never done like a talking video. I usually just do makeup and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys get to know me here. And in back is just my wall of me and my fiance. This is Marcel. It's just a little cartoon picture, but I have pictures here. So I just wanted to give you a quick background. He is in the Marines, and he's been in it, it's about to be a year in December. So yeah, okay, let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, he's in the military, he's in the Marines, he is stationed overseas, therefore we are a long distance relationship. I am engaged to him. Like, we got engaged like back in July, so it's been a few months. Like so yeah, I guess it's gonna be like military and long distance because I'm gonna talk about military as well. So the number one question is, how do you do it? I don't really see this as an issue. Like, a lot of people are like, how do you do it? Like, I would not be able to do it or something like that. The way that I see it is just like, if you love somebody, you're gonna do anything for them, and it doesn't seem different to me, I guess, because yeah, I just love him. So there's not really like, oh my god, like, it's not, how do I describe it? It's not something that I hate. You get me? I'm gonna do it because I know this isn't forever, and it's only for a limited amount of time. He'll be back, and then we'll be together forever once we get married. So, you know, stay positive. And then a lot of people say, what is it like? To me, it's just like any other relationship, you know. We still do the same. We still text. The way we see each other is through Skype. Whenever he comes down here, we spend all the time like we can. So it's not really much of a difference. It's like any other relationship, just not being able to see each other physically. And then the third one is, are you guys afraid that you guys will like get tired of the distance? So yes, we have had conversations like this. So like, do you think, because he's stationed overseas for 2 years, so obviously this was before we got engaged, we would talk about it, because before we got engaged he was in Missouri finishing his school over there. So he's stationed overseas now, and before he left Missouri, we would always talk about like, do you think distance is gonna change us? Or yeah, we were afraid of like saying, okay, we could like each other now, we could do this, we can like we can go through everything right now, but like, will we get tired of it? And like, yes, we were afraid. And I think that's with any relationship, you don't know if you're gonna get tired of like being with the other person, or yeah, I don't think it's that, it's just like not being able to see each other. But other than that, I think that you have to be a really strong person to do long distance, because a lot of people can't. They gotta have somebody like physically with them. But I just don't see myself getting tired of him, because obviously I love him, and like I said, if you love somebody, you're gonna do basically anything for them, or just to stay with them. You get me? You're gonna go through whatever you need to go, because like I said, nothing is forever, and he'll be back. So how do you work with distance? So the methods that we do is a lot of Skyping. We don't do phone calls anymore, because since he's stationed overseas, they do charge him like every minute or something like that. So we just do Skype calls, and we do spread them out. So his timing, they're 16 hours ahead of us, which is like so this is the times that we usually talk. So usually I'm at school, so sometimes he has to wait to call me, or he's in work, I have to wait to call him. So we usually talk before he goes to PT, which they exercise in the morning. So maybe we like fit in a 15-minute Skype call, 20-minute Skype call, but then after he comes back, they give like a 2 hour to an hour and a half break. So that's when he calls me and he's like eating breakfast. Then he goes to work. In his lunchtime, he Skypes me, and the next time he calls me is around like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. on my time, and that's like some sacrifices that I had to make in order to talk to him. So that is like throughout the weekdays, and throughout the weekends we are free to talk whenever he wakes up. He usually wakes up around like 3 p.m. my time, so there's still a big chunk of daytime for me so we could talk, you know me. And it's all sacrifices, I guess, like just losing sleep to talk to him, but I don't really mind all that. So that's how we make it work. We also send a lot of gifts and stuff, so I have like some examples here. They don't have to be like really expensive gifts, or it's just something, you know, to keep him distracted over there, because you have to realize that you're not the only like person that's alone. They're alone out there too, and they're also missing you and stuff like that. So I like to give him like little I like to send him gifts. Just, it could be anything. He loves cookies, so sometimes you don't have to go all out. Like I said, I just send him cookies and candies and letters. Like I make him some DIYs over here, like photos of us or stuff like that. Just keeps you happy. Like, so he sent me this, which is cute. So he sent me this thing, and he sent me this one which he made, which I was so happy. And he even got the red hair, and he told me that this is my name. And then he wrote some stuff under the head, and he actually colored all this, and I did not know that, which makes it like just special things like this. So he colored all this. He went to like a lady to write this down over here, and then in the back is our names. So it's just stuff like this that keep you all like motivated and happy, and you guys you know, just little things like that mean a lot when you're doing like long distance. You guys can also send letters, which is pretty cute, instead of just texting. I always tell them, I'm like, just give me some letters. And then they said, what do I think about it? I think it's pretty much like the same as the top. Like, I don't really mind it. I'm not a person that like needs to have somebody here in order to feel loved. I know that like he'll come back, like I said. And then do I ever get insecure? And then this also, because somebody asked it, like, how do you deal with jealousy? So I guess this would be tied along. Like, okay, in the beginning, yes, because obviously they're not here, but this has to do with a lot of trust. You have to trust the other person, because if you don't trust somebody, like, the relationship is not going to work, because he's miles and miles apart, and I don't know, like, what he's doing all the time. So usually I go to sleep around like 4 p.m. his time, so then he has all afternoon to himself. Like, I don't know what's going on there, you know. So it's just a lot of trust. Like, I know who he is, what kind of person he is, and I know he wouldn't do anything you know, to hurt me. So I get, in the beginning, yes, and sometimes, yeah, like, it's pretty normal to feel jealous or something like that, but I would say you need to control it, because if you're always jealous and you're always like, you can't go out, you can't do this, you can't be blah 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 blah, but then you guys are gonna get tired of each other, and like I said, it has to be trust or else. And then do you find do you find yourself thinking about him more? So I'm guessing this means like if I put him first, I guess. And yeah, so this has been still like I'm dealing with this. So like I kind of stop everything in order to talk to him. So I'm usually at school, and then from school I like to go to the gym. And sometimes when I go to the gym, when I like to go to the gym is around like 6 p.m. after I already like came home from school, and then I like come eat, I do homework, and then I go to the gym. So usually when I go to the gym, like I said, is at 6, and his lunchtime is around 6 p.m. my time. So sometimes I had to give up doing certain things in order, like, you know, I'm like, oh, I should just stay home instead of going to the gym. Or like, say on Fridays, I usually like to go out with my friends, and sometimes I don't want to go out with my friends because I'm like, I don't want to like talk to him. But I guess, yes, I do think about him a lot more than I guess I put his feelings more, how do you say this? So there's certain things I do in order to please him or in order to keep like him happier. You get me? So I've recently been learning like I gotta put myself sometimes first. I gotta be selfish towards like my goals and stuff like that. So I've like I told him, oh, like I'm not gonna talk to you today or stuff like that. But even though it hurts me, I still try to do it because, like I said, you gotta put yourself first sometimes. And yeah, so I do think a lot about him a lot more, and I try to make him happier. But at the same time, it's both of us. Both of our happiness, should be first. And so how often do you guys call each other? I already answered that with the Skype calls. We try to call each other all the time. I'm always like, you could wake me up, like I don't care. So usually like calls me 2 3 a.m. in the morning, like I don't really care. I'll talk to him for like an hour, like 30 minutes or something. If I'm really tired, I'll just like, I like to, like I told him, I like to make sure he's like, when he's gotten home safe from work or something, I'm like, can you call me please? I just want to know that you're safe. So he calls me. If I'm really sleepy, I'm just like, okay, cool, and then I go to sleep. If not, then I stay up and talk to him for like an hour. So let's see, I already answered most of this. Oh, what happens when you guys argue, and how often do you guys argue? So we don't really argue as much. Maybe we only do like little bickerings or like, oh, blah blah blah, but we never gotten into like a major argument. And the thing is with me, I don't really want to argue because it's not like a regular relationship here. So say that you get mad and you're like, okay, whatever, blah blah blah, and you guys don't talk, but you guys know that you guys can see each other like the next day or something. Like if we get mad or something, we're not going to be able to see each other until like months from now. So then I'd rather just like squash anything that we have and just like keep pushing. Like I don't really get, we haven't really fought, so yeah, there's no need to fight, especially when you're long distance, because you guys can't see each other, and like it just makes it difficult, and it kind of can add like tension to the relationship if you guys keep fighting and fighting since you guys are far away. And so when I usually miss him a lot and he's at work or something, I usually just look at pictures or like videos that I had. So it's important whenever you guys do meet up to like take pictures, videos, just stuff like that. I usually do like little challenges. I never post them, but like I do challenges, and I usually just like laugh along to the videos. That's what I do when I miss him, or I just like blow up his phone. And so what do you guys do when he comes, and how often do you guys see each other? So usually we plan like the time that he'll be here. So say that he's here for like a week, we usually plan like what we're gonna do each day, and I do see him every day. Like even if he has like plans with his family or something, I'm gonna see him. Like I'll go to his house for like 5 minutes, but I have to see him like every day. So we're pretty much, every time he comes down here, we're pretty much together like for since the morning till like nighttime. We don't like waste no time. We're like together for like all the time. We've gone to Disneyland, zoo, just like picnics, parks. But yeah, we're just pretty much together all the time whenever he's here. So like that makes up for the time, and we take so many pictures, and I think that's because we're like long distance, I guess, and just the pictures help us, whenever you're missing somebody, you like to look at your pictures. So we take a lot of pictures and videos. And so since I am engaged with him, we are planning to get married when he comes down here. So this means that I am practically planning the wedding by myself in a sense, because he's out there. So he's basically just sending like funds whenever we need to make a payment or something like that. And I think guys, like, I think he doesn't even, he's like, okay, you can do what you want, like it's not a big deal to him, because you know how girls get like, oh my god, we got a plan, blah blah blah. But yeah, so far it's only been a few months that we've been actually planning, but I can get back to like a video of how we actually did it maybe like in a few more months when we're actually starting to plan other stuff, because right now I've only looked at venues, and we already chose the venue and we're doing payments for the venue, but nothing else. So there's nothing about that. So once we start making like invitations or like the guest list or like little how do you say it, like the centerpieces and things we're gonna give away, stuff like that, then that planning we haven't done yet. So I could do a video for that later on, like how we do it. But usually it's just I send him videos of the venue. I'm like, oh, I like this one, and if he likes it too, I send him, yeah. So he pretty much just looks at the pictures and he helps me that way. And I schedule like the appointments to times when he could be awake, so he can, if I need to Skype him, I'll Skype him and we could see it together. But yeah, that's pretty much all the questions. I'm gonna go ahead and do another video about the topics, like more kind of tips and tricks of what we do, because this is just like a more, I didn't want to make the video so long. So yeah, if you guys like this video and you guys want to know more, then go ahead and skip or click the link below. I'm gonna link it down below. Well, this video is gonna be up first, so we'll see. I'm getting so confused. Okay, bye guys.